So, so we're going to spend the day doing some revision. And at the end of the class, I have a final task for you guys so that we can, and pardon?
Why is this the last class?
Apparently this is the last lesson that we've got together today. It's the last lesson of the course. Apparently this was supposed to be for 10 lessons. So, and today's lesson 10. So yeah, like I say, at the end of class, I'll have a task for you guys to complete. You'll have 1 week to complete it. And if you do complete it and hand it in, you'll get a certificate of completion for the course. So let me bring up my whiteboard. We are going to do some revision.
If we're going to do revision, why are we standing here?
Why is the what, sorry?
Why is the screen blank? If we're going to do revision, why are we doing nothing?
What do you mean, why are we doing nothing? We're about to do revision.
Teacher, why is the screen blank?
Because I'm sharing my whiteboard to write notes on. Okay. So the first lesson that we had, so we're just going to go back and look at each lesson and remember the main things that we learned. So okay, whoop, that was not supposed to happen. There we go. So consider this like more of a conversation than a lesson. So I want to talk to you guys and discuss, get your guys' answers to check what you know, what you remember. And if you have any questions, please make sure that you ask. Sherry.
Persuasion is convincing someone to do something.
So persuasion is convincing somebody to do something. Or what else can we persuade people to do? We can persuade them, or we can convince them to do something, or we can convince them to
dance,
to believe, an idea of ours. How do we persuade people? Aurea, my goodness, stop crying. Your face is a mess with all the tears. What is our main tactic for persuasion? What do we want to point out to people? We want to persuade people by pointing out the positive reasons behind our ideas. So remember, human beings can be selfish. So always try to tell the person that you're trying to persuade what they will get out of going along with your ideas. It doesn't matter how passionate you are, how much you care, how much you really want your ideas to happen. If you make it about yourself to the person, they're just going to sit there and go, yeah, it's a good idea and all, but what do I get out of it? Why should I help this person? So always make sure you tell them what they stand to gain. That is a very important thing about persuasion. Okay. The next lesson that we had, we went on to learn about the basics of persuasive writing. So there are four parts to any good piece of persuasive writing. Who can list them off? Who can tell me? Aurea.
I think that was Rob or Wim.
One, the good parts of persuasive writing is try to make it as persuasive as possible.
Very good. So to be persuasive, what's one of the four parts that we need to include in our persuasive writing? I'll give you the first one. So you need a clear point of view. What are you trying to persuade your readers about? So that's the first thing. I just saw Alex's message when I asked, what is persuasion? And he said to me, that's the thing you teach us during the lessons. Good answer, Alex. I like that. I like that. So back on topic, what else do we need to include in our persuasive writing? What do we need to make sure that our persuasive writing has? We've got a clear point of view. What else do we need? We need reasons. Why?
Evidence.
Very good.
Stay on topic.
Good.
Stay on topic.
Very good. And Sherry, what is the final thing that a good piece of persuasive writing needs?
A conclusion.
Very good. Very good. Very good, guys. So, at the end of the class, I'm going to post these whiteboards in your Zalo group. Okay, so. Okay, so first of all, let's answer the question. What is an audience for persuasive writing? What do we mean when we say our audience? Sherry, what makes you think that you guys are snobby little children? I've enjoyed these classes. You're all lovely.
I don't even know what's the word snobby.
Snobby means fancy rich kids that look down on poor people. It's like, oh, I drive a BMW. You only drive a Toyota. I'm better than you. That's
What's a
basically
what's W? A W is like a toilet because a toilet has a U bend.
a BMW. It's a very expensive, fancy
I thought
brand
you
car.
I thought you were saying W, like a toilet with double bends.
No, I'm not talking. I'm not talking about a toilet with two U bends in it, you goose. Anyway, let's get on topic, guys. What do we mean when we say our audience for persuasive writing? Who are we talking about? Who has the answer to this question? What do we mean when we talk about our audience?
It's the people who we are talking to.
Very good. Our audience is the group of people that will read our writing. And how do we determine our audience? There were 4 different categories that we can think about when we are determining our audience. What are those 4 categories? Gary, stop it. 2 toilet lids on a porcelain toilet with a control pad attached to the flusher and sticky green slime. Ugh, yuck. Sticky green slime, you're gross.
No, that's mold.
So, guys, what are the 4 different things that we can consider when thinking about the audience of our writing? Oh goodness, I'm terrified to hear what you're going to say, but Sherry, yes.
So what do you mean by how we determine our audience?
So how do we work out? So sorry, to determine something means how to decide. So if I decide that I'm going to go to McDonald's for dinner, another way I can say that is I have determined that I'm going to go to McDonald's for dinner.
To eat the chicken.
Pardon, Rum?
Not the chicken again.
No, not the chicken. I'm not going to KFC. I'm going to McDonald's. All right.
Yeah, so
I will give you the first answer.
You will eat the fries. You eat the fries.
Then we can still order fried chicken at McDonald's. I know.
You can't get fried chicken at McDonald's in Australia.
For me, I can.
Are you in Australia?
No.
No.
Then how can you get fried chicken from McDonald's in Australia if you're not in Australia?
And it isn't even good.
Okay. What is another category that we can use? Why did you lose $4 because of my 10 lessons? Very good, Kathy.
Hiya, teacher.
Why did you lose your $4, Alex? What is this
Sure.
$4 you're talking about?
Teacher,
Yes.
is one of them relevance to the topic?
Pardon?
Relevance to the topic?
No, that's more of a debating term to be relevant to the topic. Or that's more of a term to describe your evidence, sorry, I should say.
That's very good then.
That is a very fancy turn of phrase you used, Sherry.
Yeah, if you had evidence that wasn't even correct. Wait, why does Oria keep saying everyone is nosy? How are we nosy?
I don't know. I'm not hearing a lot of nosiness.
No, I meant Oria said everyone is nosy except teacher.
No, everyone is nosy while teacher is talking. While teacher is writing.
Okay, what is another one of our determining factors in finding our audience? We've got their age group, their career. No, years ago, Alex, I would have agreed with you and said, yes, the country that they live in. But nowadays, with the internet and the fact that we've got international delivery on parcels and things like that, anybody can get anything from anywhere in the world, providing that it's legal, of course. But yeah, anybody can get anything shipped to them from anywhere in the world nowadays. So not so much country anymore, but I like the way you're thinking. You've got their age group, their profession or their career. I've got maybe this here.
An impressive beard.
Thank you. It is quite bushy, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's not a beard. That's
Big much.
teacher.
Big much too.
Manga artist is a career. You have an impressive beard. The U-bend. Oh my
Teacher,
goodness. Are you still talking about the BMW toilet, Sherry?
teacher, why do you have two dead rats in your face?
Why do I have what?
Two dead rats. One on your chin and one on one below your nose.
You have
Where's-
an
They kind of look like tails.
My goodness, you're getting cheeky all of a sudden. I've been growing out my there is a reason that I've been growing out my facial hair. Let me just leave it at that.
Nick that because when that will have teacher warmer.
Oh my goodness.
Teacher will
Oh,
warmer. We
goodness.
have that.
Anyway, let's get back on track with this, guys. What is the last thing that can determine our audience?
Chắc là giá này chốt chắc là phải thứ bảy chủ nhật gì đấy con chốt được giá của chị là giá 5 đó. Bây giờ báo giá nó không chính xác. Mệt thiệt. Chị biết chứ. Dễ gì có khách mua thời
Their
gian
beliefs.
mà chịu được khách luôn, chị lớn chị sốt ruột hàng về quá nhiều.
What's a manga artist, teacher? Now, what's a manga artist? It is like someone who paints manga.
Correct. So these are the four categories that can determine. These are the four categories that can determine our audience, their age group, their careers, their interests and hobbies, and their beliefs. And according to Aurea, their manga artists can determine their beliefs as well. Okay. So the next thing we talked about what we're going to find out quite soon is that a lot of these topics are actually related to one another. So you should start to see some good similarities here. Aureus, stop it. Stop hogging the chat with your manga artist messages.
So many people talking in the chat.
I know.
It's a
And you know what, Aurea? If you want to be a manga artist when you grow up, you better pay attention to this, because if you start telling stories and drawing pictures, you're going to have to be very good with persuasion and storytelling skills. So a lot of this stuff will help you
and
in
writing.
your journey to becoming a manga artist. So stop typing manga artist and listen, my goodness. Okay, so
He laughing.
I know I'm not actually mad. I'm just having a laugh because Ori is going crazy in the chat box. So now there's a Y-bend toilet. My goodness, you guys are getting more imaginative.
It is a toilet and chicken. Mean chicken in the toilet.
Chicken awesome Y bands.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You can tell that I've been watching a lot of Uncle Roger videos recently, because I'm always saying, hey,
That is penny.
Okay, so there are 4 parts to constructing. Oh my goodness. There are 4 parts to constructing a strong argument. English is my native language. I should be able to write and speak it properly. There are 4 parts to constructing a strong argument. What are they?
Talking the language.
Aussie language.
Hi, yeah, Uncle Bud just said.
Emoji language teacher.
So the first one is a clear point of view. What is another part of a strong argument?
Picture ở
Teacher,
Chicken had a sea bender, yellow chicken toilet seat with feathers and wheels
one
and a
of the
chicken oil, chicken
teacher,
toenails.
the four part is knowing how to speak and being able to walk.
My goodness, I can't keep up with you guys. Okay, come on, keep on track. We're a little bit behind now, so we need to start catching up. What is the second part of constructing a strong argument? Think back to lesson number 1.
Not remember. Evidence, reasons,
Very good.
and a good conclusion with chicken feathers, of course.
Hiya.
and the mega edges.
Logical reasons, very good. And we
Evidence.
need evidence. Very
And
good.
Reason. A reason, teacher.
And number 4 is
A
not
reason.
actually a conclusion. A conclusion is just part of good persuasive writing, but we need
A
to use
challenge.
something else to be good at, to write a good write a strong
challenge.
argument.
A challenge.
Not a challenge.
Puppy.
No.
You can just hold a wiggling puppy as your fourth part.
I will give you a clue. The first 2 letters. Finish the word.
Reason.
Nope, we've already got
Reason.
reasons as number 2.
Paraphrasing.
What was that? What was the second one you said, Rum?
Reason.
Nope, the one you said after reasons.
What?
Realistic.
Rebutan.
Rebuttals.
Very good. Rebuttals.
No way.
Being able to talk and speak and walk is the fifth
So
one.
we need to have an answer for any negative comments people might make. So if somebody says, you know, for example, if I was a BMW car salesman and Sherry came into my showroom and said, the BMW is just a fancy toilet with 2 seats and keypad and everything, I'd have to turn around and be able to say, well, no, if you look at this beautiful car, you will see the very sleek body shape and you'll see the very powerful engine. And I need to be able to,
It's not like a
make the
toilet.
person forget
It's like
about
a-
any negative ideas they have about what I'm talking about. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Very good.
It's really like a toilet.
So I do need to take away the joke now. Okay, so now we move into lesson 5. Using evidence.
Being real.
So what are the 3 things that our evidence need to be? What are the 3 standards that our evidence needs to meet to be able to use it?
Teacher,
Yes.
a reliable source and some examples.
Very good.
Michael's thinking face. What?
This is my thinking face.
Thinking face is so bad.
Teacher, your thinking face like the monkey. It really
Thank you,
relies.
Ron.
You
So
like
our
what
evidence
you-
needs to come from a
How?
source that people believe to be
You like the monkey.
trustworthy and
Teacher,
believable.
And
Okay, very good.
examples.
What are the other two
Examples?
factors of evidence? No, not examples, because
Facts?
examples are a type of evidence. Facts are a type of evidence. So what are the three main points that our evidence needs to be?
Puppies?
No, not puppies.
Of course they're puppies.
No puppies. Chicken.
20 puppies.
No, not 20 puppies. What does our evidence need to be?
123 puppies.
No, it does not need to be 123 puppies.
1 billion puppies.
Not even 1 billion puppies. Our
1
evidence does not need to be
billion,
1 billion puppies.
gazillion Google undecillion puppies.
All right, I've given you the initials for the last two standards that our evidence needs to meet. Somebody finish the words.
CRR. Okay, what's a CRR? A cream puff.
Hang on. Here's the face when I'm thinking the word hi-ya, but I don't actually say it.
Hiya.
This is my hi-ya face.
Oh,
Yeah.
What else does our evidence need to be, guys?
clear.
Very good.
Resonating. Realistic.
Sherry used the word earlier in the lesson, and I said that it was very impressive.
Reference.
Pardon?
I forgot. Maybe
Sherry, look at the screen.
I
I've given you the next letter.
relevant.
Very good. Relevant.
Puppies. The last one is puppies.
The last one is nothing.
The last one is Rom loves chickens.
Last one is Jerry like the toilet.
Oh, disappointing. I can't choose a monkey as my avatar.
The last one is a monkey.
Evidence needs to be
That one is
related
teacher
to
needs a
the
chicken.
topic of our writing. Very good, guys. Okay, lesson number 6. And this was a fun one.
This wasn't because there were lots of chickens.
Yeah, but I see you saying chickens and then sitting there laughing like a goofball. So clearly talking about chickens was fun.
Yeah, so all of us were talking about chickens one point in the lesson.
Emotive language and power words.
Like
Okay.
chickens.
No,
Go
chicken is not a
excited.
power word. Chicken is just a word that drives Teacher Michael crazy.
Yes, that's why the power word.
Oh, teacher, you are crazy. And
The only power
is
word,
the most
the only power that the word chicken has is to drive me crazy. That's it.
Drive people crazy. That's why it's a power word.
So I think I've worked out what Sherry's going to do for a job when she gets older. I think Sherry's
I
going to grow up to design new types of toilets based on the messages that she's sending in the chat today.
I actually hate
This
it.
is a toilet car.
I can imagine. I can imagine that. Come and buy one of Sherry's toilets.
No, no one. Because it's so
Funny.
many chicken in the car and the car is a toilet.
Okay, so what is emotive language, guys?
An emotive language just makes it.
Emotive language is talk
makes
about
one
the
feel
feeling
something.
of someone.
Next
Say
time
that
I feel
again, Ram.
something.
The emotive language is talk about the feeling of the someone.
Very good.
What's the feelings of the someone?
It's
I
like
understood what he was talking about.
language because Sally talked it to monkey. The bread is some yummy. Teacher,
What? Please, Miles. So funny.
Oh, hilarious.
teacher, you are so funny.
I don't know. I'm just laughing because Sherry's laughing. So I thought it must have been super funny.
You need to go to the. You don't be the teacher. You change another job is clown. You be the clown. When you laugh, I see many are laughing.
Sherry, how could you say that? I thought we were friends, and you're saying I've got a blobfish face.
No, because it looks like something red under your mustache. It's so funny.
Sherry, I am so sad by what
Wait.
you've said. That makes me very sad.
Because you are the fish in the sea.
You make me sad, Sherry. Hey, read my face. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are power words, guys?
Power words like chicken.
No power word. Chicken is not a power word. The
Power
only power that
is
word has is
teacher
to make me
is
angry.
Anything that can drive teacher like a crazy. is a
One
power
example of
word.
power is we need, right, teacher?
Say that again, Aurea.
Example of power is we need and we have to.
Kind of.
teacher in the
So
reindeer.
power words. I'll write it down and then we'll talk about it.
Power is persuasive words that marketizers using copywriting to elicit an emotional response on the target audience. Well, what?
You just used a whole bunch of big words there. Said them so fast, even I didn't understand what you said.
I thought people also understood them
Rika.
as well.
So power words are persuasive words marketers and advertisers use in copywriting to elicit an emotional response from the target audience. That is probably a closer description of emotive language. Power words are more used to really drive a point home and grab the reader's attention back into the writing. Oh, goodness. Yes, Sherry?
An example of a power word is animal words.
I thought you were talking about
Because
let's
after people say them a lot, they drive people crazy.
Well, that's not a power word because I can pick any word in any language. And if I say it to somebody enough, it's going to drive them crazy. So
They're like chicken, 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 chicken.
chicken in the
very
toilet.
good, Rika. Yes.
Chicken is a power word.
So I would say that. So I would say that power words, they're used more to trigger a psychological response, more so than an emotional response. But yes, power words and emotive language do belong to the same family. So yes, that is correct. Well done. So okay, lesson number 7, we worked on writing persuasive sentences.
Teacher, look at the chat.
How did you do that?
I don't think I want to.
Yes,
How did you
maybe
do
you
that?
should.
How did you
You
do
are funny, like the crowd.
Alex,
how did Alex do that? Because that's impossible unless he photoshopped it.
I don't know. Just take a screenshot, take somebody's face, and then put it into another picture. That's how we
How?
do it. Take a
How?
screenshot, take something you want from that screenshot, and then slap it onto another picture.
How? I would like to know.
I know that.
I will try to snap this onto another face.
It's just like I said, just take a screenshot using print screen, or if you're using a PC, and then just slap it onto a random picture somewhere on that picture.
I don't know, but I can do it.
I can do it. I can make teacher look like a chicken. Oh my god.
Teacher will
I'm amazed no one said anything about my new profile picture yet.
New chicken.
Teacher, you have
What?
the,
A chicken.
you like the horse.
So
The horse.
funny.
You like the horse.
Did you have a profile picture of being a monkey?
You really like the horse.
Prepare for my chicken photograph of
Okay, so back on topic, guys. A persuasive sentence needs 3 different parts. What are those 3 parts? The first part is something that has come up in quite a few of our forgot what I was going to say. So yeah, the first one is something that's come up in quite a few of the lessons that we've had together, and I've given you a clue.
Take a minute.
Go on, someone's got to guess it before I finish typing.
Puppies, of course.
Oh, Sherry was wrong.
Yes, of course I know I'm wrong.
What?
Clear point of view. What else does it need?
Ew, being a chicken. Chicken is a type of food.
Oh.
Can't believe you guys have photoshopped my face onto a monkey. You guys are so mean.
I have to play.
Someone actually photoshopped your face on a monkey. That was so hilarious.
So, what is the other part of a persuasive sentence, guys? Come on, someone needs to tell me. The use of at least one.
But I will make I have many things.
What do we need to use at least one of to write a persuasive sentence? Hiya.
Hey.
The use of
No.
at least one. The use of at least one persuasive technique.
No,
Yes.
no way.
So, and what else does a persuasive sentence need? Sometimes it needs a.
No, I'm just finished with my photo.
Finish your photo later. Answer my questions. Sometimes a persuasive sentence needs a.
Photo.
A persuasive. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes a
Auto.
call to action.
Well, it doesn't count now. I've already written it. Why are there 3 rums on the screen?
That's my brother.
Look at that. Rum grew 2 extra heads.
And 2 extra bodies.
I will make 5 room.
Okay, so let's think of some of our
Yeah.
persuasive techniques. We've got 10 techniques that we talked about. We've got 10 techniques that we talked about. You guys are so mean. We've got 10 techniques that we talked about in class, and you watched a video on them. What are some of those techniques?
Đi có 200 khối chứ mấy. Khối chứ không 100.
What are some of those techniques that we can use in our persuasive writing?
Now I think I may have to edit again.
I think we should focus on these 10 persuasive techniques.
Yes, let's do it because
Let's do it because we've got about 7 minutes to get through the rest of our stuff.
I have 4 room now.
Thì đúng rồi. Chứ lâu lâu tục tục nữa ai chịu thôi. Ngại chỉ lệ
Come on, we've got a few more things to revise, and then I've
the
got some
one thing
homework
I
to
must
do.
advise is hurry up and start talking.
Exactly. Someone tell me one of these persuasive techniques. We've got 10 of them. Who can name some?
You Photoshop teacher's head onto a monkey. That's so fun.
Who can tell me one of these persuasive techniques?
Uh,
What even is that, Sherry? Is that supposed to be me?
Actually, I don't think so, but maybe.
Không được.
Picture
Not
or
a good
angry.
drawer.
Ừ.
So who can tell me some of these persuasive techniques?
Doing the shark dance.
Oh goodness.
Giống đâu.
No.
This looks like background.
Did I just hear someone say I don't know?
Teacher, may you
What?
please speed up?
Me, teacher, I know.
What? Well, this is supposed to be you guys answering the questions, and no one's answering the questions. So how am I supposed to speed the class up if no one's answering my questions?
In modern,
Can
uh,
everyone finish
in
quickly?
modern world,
If you would-
teacher,
Pardon,
mo-
Rum?
in modern world.
Very good. Already got that one on the board though. Give me one that's not on the board.
Oh my God, teacher, it says Mary. Teacher, it says Mary.
Evident, teacher. Oh no.
Teacher,
Very
teacher,
good,
it
Ram.
says Mary.
Teacher, have,
Teacher, you are Saint Mary. You are a girl. We can Photoshop your head into Saint Mary.
Come on. Who else has?
I have another. Education.
Pardon?
Education. I don't know how to read this word.
Can you spell it out? Can you send it to me in the chat box?
Eduration.
Did you just spell out exaggeration to me?
I think he did.
Yes.
The
It's on the board already.
four rums.
Give me someone give me a technique that's not on the board.
Oh
The
wait.
four rums. The four rums. The four rums.
Imagine. Oh, it have.
A maiden. What's that?
I don't know. It have.
Oh,
And one of them is talking. One of them is talking.
I think I know. Oh, I have metaphor. What picture have?
Metaphors.
Yes.
Dancing.
So metaphors. We've got repetition.
Repetition, teacher. What? what when I taught teacher I taught and it will same.
Okay, so we've got our 10 persuasive techniques that we can use there. There are others, but these are the 10 that I chose.
Teacher, can we start hurrying up? We have like 2 more to go and only 2 minutes to do them.
Do them.
I like it how Sherry's the one that's been distracting the class and talking the most, preventing me from moving the lesson along, and then she's the one to tell me to speed it up.
Teacher, today we're going
I
to
thought-
end the class
Because I
later.
just noticed the time.
Today
Well-
we should expand the time limit for the class.
I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to go over time, considering this is my last lesson with you.
Yeah.
And take the picture. Take the photo.
And take more photos and Photoshop them and send them. Why are we going to lose $4 after this lesson?
I have
That's-
5 room. 5 room.
That's what I was asking Alex before.
Teacher, I have 5 room.
100 Vietnam dong.
No.
Well, then what does VND stand for?
VND is Vietnam.
Vietnam dong. You're talking about Vietnamese money.
Yes.
Yeah, I know stuff.
I'm
Okay, so a persuasive
my mom's gonna
paragraph
use it to more
has
vegan after that.
4 main parts. What are the 4 main parts of a persuasive paragraph? Someone tell me. I don't want to
Yes,
answer the question.
The conclusion, evidence, reasons. And of course. Mà là em sinh ra thì bà.
Good.
Yeah.
Introduction, teacher.
Not introduction. What's it called?
Còn mấy tiếng gì mà?
We have
You know,
used this
yeah.
term several times in today's lesson.
Oh, what the? You took a picture of us, Rika.
Why are there 4 rums?
Yes, Rum took a background of 4 rums.
Because
Rum took a picture, and now there are 4 rums. He took a picture of himself and the 3 rums, and now he took a picture of himself and the. Now he's going to take a picture of himself as 5 rums. Then he's
what
going
did
to.
you mean? It's easy to talk is that it takes the picture to another room, but you talk so much in this life.
First, it's going to be a picture of the big rum standing in front of 3 little rums.
No. It don't have any
Gloria, what would you like? I see you've raised your hand.
Teacher,
Yeah.
the first part of the paragraph is called the introduction.
Nope. Well, yes, it is called that, but we're not talking about the names of them. What is the final part of a persuasive paragraph? Hang on a sec.
The conclusion.
Nope, that's last.
On introduction.
I wonder why I'm hovering my mouse around this. I wonder why I'm
Topic
hovering my mouse
sentence?
around this part of the screen.
Topic sentence?
A clear point of
I-
view.
Very good. Very good, guys. So a persuasive paragraph has 4 main parts. We need a topic sentence, and that's where you tell your readers your point of view clearly and concisely. You need to give reasons. Why should we believe your ideas? You need to provide evidence. Prove your point of view with facts that will convince people to agree with you. And finally, conclusion. Remind the reader why your idea is a good one.
Teacher, my battery is running low, so may you run the class faster?
Okay.
No.
Do you not have a charger close by?
Why can't you just go and fetch one? You can easily
Yes,
fetch.
I do, but I have to pay attention.
Come on, you can just.
Okay, so the next lesson, we talked about understanding and using counter arguments. So we have three levels of argument that we can use in persuasive writing. So when we talk about arguments, the argument is the writer's point of view. This is you. Now, when we talk about counter arguments, what are we talking about? What are we talking about when we say counter arguments? Can anyone tell me what a counter argument is? Pretty please. Pretty please. Somebody, I beg of you.
Somebody, I beg of you.
Yes, I beg of you. Tell me what a counter.
Somebody,
I
I'm
have-
not bad of you.
I am just going to have 2 teacher photoshopped backgrounds.
Oh my goodness. So
What?
it looks like I'm going to do the work for you then.
I will have teacher beautiful.
Can anybody at all tell me what is a counter argument? Anyone in the class, please?
A counter argument is like it counters the argument. Oh, it adds a teacher photoshopped.
No, it does not counter the argument.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
It's another person's view that is contradicting yours.
very good.
Teacher, you missed an A.
You missed an A, a dead A, a small.
Okay, now can anybody tell me what is a rebuttal?
Me,
I bottle.
I'm saying
Yes.
it for you.
What is a rebuttal?
It's a reflection or the citation.
Say that again, Rums.
I'm saying it for you in the chat box.
Okay. I have to change Rum's name to Rums now because there's like 4 of him on screen.
What?
No, just change
Really?
the
Very,
4 photo
very
because-
good, Rums.
because
A
those are
refutation or a
those are
contradiction?
rums.
Yeah.
Because the real rum is somewhere. The other those are background of 4 rums.
Haha. Am is in the
You are probably hidden below your desk or hidden as one of the rums.
no.
Then are you the weird rum
No.
or the small rum?
No.
Okay, so rebuttals they are your reply to a counter argument. So the reason that we use rebuttal is to negate your counter arguer's worries about your argument. So if you can put their mind at ease and make them realize, oh, this problem that I had with this topic is all gone. So if you can negate their worries, then you can put their mind at ease and they're more likely to go back to agreeing with you and doing what you would like them to do.
Teacher,
Yes.
how do I change my profile picture like you changed yours to monkey teacher?
I'm not telling you because I don't want to know what you're going to change yours to. You got to figure it out.
Mhm.
Okay, and finally, our last lesson was on editing and revising.
And that's this lesson.
Yeah, this is what we covered in the last lesson that we had.
Wait.
So, What?
This is our 10th lesson, so that can't be possible, I think.
I think we might have covered more than one topic in a lesson, or did we not
Oh.
talk about, or did we not ever talk about editing and revising?
I think we did in the last lesson.
Persuasive paragraphs, persuasive sentences, most evidence. So we have, yeah, that's quite strange because we have covered the like all of the topics, but this was only the 10th. Who knows? Maybe this might have been a free bonus 11th lesson for you. Who knows? Okay, so who can tell me something about revising? What do we do when we revise our persuasive writing?
Look at the previous knowledge that we have learned throughout the lessons.
Very good, but not the definition that I was looking for. So when we talk about persuasive writing, sorry, let me start again. So when we talk about learning a subject, going to school, when we revise something like we've done today, yes, you're correct. We go back over all of the information that we've discussed in previous lessons. That's correct. But specifically about writing and persuasive writing, when we revise, and I'll type it out.
Teacher,
Yes.
why does in your Mary photo it look like you have 3 hands?
If you need to leave early, Kathy, you can leave early. I'm going to post all of these whiteboards in your Zalo group anyway when I give you the final assignment. So if you need to leave, you can.
Is it supposed to be Thor or Thorough, teacher?
Thorough.
Then you misspelled it.
It's so cold in here.
Yeah. Thorough is one of those confusing words. Give me-
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Goodbye.
So you want to be very thorough with this process.
Teacher, what is the test, teacher? Teacher.
Hang on 2 seconds.
What is the final test of today, teacher?
I will describe that after we've talked about revising and editing. So, revising is the process of rereading your piece of writing to look for any grammatical errors, spelling errors, misused punctuation, and incorrect formatting.
Teacher,
Yes.
we are almost 20 minutes late.
It's
know, but
fine.
we all also agreed that we were going to. We also agreed that we were going to run late because this is the last lesson.
Yeah, but I thought it was going to be.
Go to toilet.
If you need to leave, you can leave, but I'm going to keep going with this. And if you would like to go
What?
back
Years
and rewatch the
and
recording of this,
years.
you're free to.
Teacher, are you going to do this for years and years, just keeping talking
Of
about?
course not.
Oh yeah, I don't plan to stop this lesson before I turn 65. So we've got about another 32 years to go.
Do we have to pay? Do we have to pay more money?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's fine.
I
then.
love it. I love it that that's where your head's at though. But no, this isn't going to cost you anymore. So yeah,
Doing and are we going to die because we're going to have to learn so long without eating or drinking or sleeping?
It's fine.
that's the plan. This is your punishment for making fun of me with that chicken photo.
I didn't make fun of you.
The last
Okay,
picture
so
photo of Terry.
let me finish this, guys, and then we're almost done. So you want to be very thorough with this process. So you want to be very, very careful, because any mistakes left in your writing can take your reader out of the moment, and it can reduce your chance.
Kill them.
And it can reduce your chance of successfully persuading them to believe your point of view. Now, who can tell me what editing is? Yes, Sherry.
Editing is taking out the bad bits of your writing and putting in the correct
Very
ones.
good. Editing is the process of making the changes you discovered during the revision process.
Editing is modifying your writing.
That's right. So editing is the process of making the changes you discovered during the revision process. So some, excuse me, so some very high level writers that write for all of the big important magazines and newspapers and stuff, some of them can actually, and especially people that write books, some of them can spend months and months and months revising and editing their work. So if you're a persuasive writer and you want to be a good one, then editing and revising is a process that you should take very seriously.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so I'm just going to go back and save.
The
Whoops.
lesson is going on for 33 years.
Oh, don't worry. We're only up to year 2 now. We've got another 31 years to go.
Teacher, we learn
We're up to year
we learn 2
31
hours.
now. We only have 1 year left. Still.
Nah, we've only been learning for 2 years now. We've got 31 years to go.
No, we got 1 year to go.
Okay, so I'm just going to check my Zoom folder for your class. Oh my goodness.
1 year.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, terrific. So I do have all of your whiteboards there. Okay, so I've got all the whiteboards there, and I will post them in your Zalo group. Okay, so that sums up all of your persuasive writing lessons, guys. This is it. This is the end. So let me find the description of your very good. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a task, and you will have 1 week to complete this task. So your homework will be due next Wednesday, and anybody that completes it and hands it in will get a certificate of completion for this course. So
Where the homework, teacher?
So I'm
What
about to
what is
describe
the
it to you.
homework?
So your task is to apologize to me 100,000 times for photoshopping my face onto a chicken and my
So,
face onto. I'm kidding.
So
I'm kidding.
teacher,
So-
is it
Yes.
100,000 words or 100,000 letters?
I
Or
was just
100,000
exactly.
times
I was
these
just
this is.
teasing. So your task is to create a persuasive brochure.
Can you make it? Can you type it in the yellow?
Yes, I will post all of these instructions in your Zalo group because there are a lot of instructions. There are a lot of things for you to consider with this task. It will be quite a big project, so that's why I've given you a full week to complete.
Why is it a big pile? Why is it a big project? You could finish it in an hour because it doesn't need
Nope.
to be.
Well, I
particularly
mean,
long, right?
you could finish this project in an hour, but I could pretty much guarantee that you do a really lousy job of it if you were to complete it in an hour. This is going to take quite a while to finish, and it is quite an involved process. So let me give you the instructions.
Can you put it in the Zalo group too?
Yes, I am going to put it in the Zalo group too. Don't worry about that. You will have a written copy of these instructions to follow. So the first thing you'll need to consider is your topic selection. Each student will choose a topic for their persuasive brochure. Topics should be related to real-world problems or concerns, such as environmental issues, community improvement, or healthy habits, but you get to pick your topic. You need to define the purpose. Students will clearly state the purpose of their persuasive brochure. They should identify the specific action or belief they want their audience to adopt. You need to identify your target audience. Students will define their target audience for the brochure. They should consider the age, interests, values, and beliefs of their audience when crafting their persuasive arguments. Persuasive techniques. I want you to use a minimum of 5 different techniques from the list of persuasive techniques that we've discussed in class. Ensure that each technique is used appropriately and effectively to make your brochure more persuasive. We need to construct arguments. You need to develop at least 3 strong and convincing arguments that support the main purpose of the brochure. Each argument should be supported with relevant evidence and examples. You need to use emotive language and powerful words. Incorporate emotive language and powerful words strategically, so use them smart. Don't just throw the words in there because teacher told you to. You need to use them well, and they need to fit the position they've been given. Yeah, so make sure you use them throughout the brochure to try and make me feel how you want me to feel. I want you to consider the structure of your brochure. Organize the brochure into persuasive paragraphs, each focusing on one persuasive technique and argument. Ensure a logical flow of ideas and coherence throughout the brochure. So basically, make sure you put your ideas into a clever order and make sure it all makes sense. Counter arguments. I want you to address at least one counter argument in the brochure. So you need to come up with a rebuttal for one counter argument. And I want you to refute it effectively. So come up with a good defense for this counter argument.
How we do that? Because no one's giving us a counter argument.
Think up, well, it's a brochure. So you need to think of the counter argument during the creative process. So as you're making this brochure,
An argument could be the power words cry drive teacher crazy.
Well, that's not a counter argument. That's an issue right there. But yeah, so make sure that you think of one persuasive or one counter argument and then come up with a good rebuttal for it. Next, I want you to consider the imagery and design. So I want you to use, pictures. So make sure you use appropriate pictures and design elements. So think of the color, think of the font, think of the layout, how you're going to make it look, and just make it look really, really pretty. So make it look really nice so that when I see this brochure, I'm going to go, wow, look at that. And finally, consider your editing and your revision. So before you submit the work, make sure that you thoroughly edit and revise your work to ensure clarity, coherence, and accuracy of information. So make sure I can easily understand it.
We are 30 minutes.
So yeah, make sure I can easily understand it. We're at about 31.5 years now, so we've only got about 6 months to go. Make sure that it's clear and I can understand it. Make sure that it's well written and in good order, and make sure that your information is accurate and correct. So those are your instructions. And I'm going to go and post this in your Zalo group now, along with all of your, along with all of your whiteboards from today's class. Fantastic job today, guys. Really well done. It's been an absolute pleasure to teach all of you, even though some of you have driven me crazy with all of your chickens and your toilet designs and everything. It has been my absolute pleasure to teach this class. So thank you all very much for attending. And
You were the most amazing teacher ever.
Oh, thank you, Rika. That's lovely. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed this class.
Well, I've had like over 30 or 40 teachers or something, and you are a good teacher.
Thank you very much, Rika. I appreciate that. It's very
Teacher.
kind. Yes, Rums.
Did you know a recap is a boy or girl?
Well, wait. Say something, Rika.
Yes,
Keep talking.
sure. I can change my voice, so
Yeah, that's really not helping. Okay, so I have a thought, but I have a reason behind that thought. See, I'm trying to be persuasive here. So the only
Yes.
other time I have ever heard the name Rika was when I met I think she was Swedish, but I met a Swedish lady and her name was Rika. So because that is the only time I've ever heard that name, that leads me to believe I'm thinking you may be a girl. Am I right?
yeah.
Yes! 7 points, Gryffindor! I am so glad I got that right. I am so glad I got that right.
I am thinking Richard is very good at technology
I think so.
because her can make the change voice. I think I can do it too.
No, I don't need technology to do that, so though I could actually use it.